Hello, everyone. My name is Dio Morales, your host of the Gold Squadron podcast. We're coming to you live from the sort of top 16 here of the Philadelphia System Open. A couple people were confused. It's like, wait, the top cut's today? I thought it was the second day of Swiss. Nope, today is the top cut. Now, you see it's top quote-unquote 16. Well, there aren't actually 16 people in the cut. It's 10. So there are 3 games right now that are happening in order to break it down to a there's the 3 elimination rounds that will break us into a top 8, but there will be a bye in the top 8, and then we get to the top 4 and then final. So 4 rounds of X-Wing today. Super excited. For those of you who are watching right now, I also do want to mention that we are on a mobile hotspot connection that's not amazing. The picture's getting through, but at random intervals of time, we kind of get a connection loss here and there. So thank you for your patience. We'll do our best to try to keep the boat afloat, but just appreciate your patience. And when things cut out, if there's anybody new joining in, just make sure that that you just let the people know. Let the people know what's going on. So we're going to go ahead and post the Choose Your Champion poll. You see it right there. Very easy to participate in our poll. All you do is pick 1 for player 1, which is Jesse, and 2 for Chris. Let's go ahead and break down the lists. We have Jesse Van Wick on the left with Sunterfell, Darth Vader, and Duchess. This is the very kind of classic archetype of Imperial Aces. Suntir with Predator, Darth Vader with Fire Control System, and Duchess with Fifth Brother, Proximity Mines, and Shield Upgrade. On the right, we have Chris Perez with a Starkiller-based pilot, Lieutenant Tapsin with Biohexacrypt codes, and Kylo Ren without any upgrades. Jesse did have a larger bid, so he passed the first player token to Chris. Now we'll go ahead and take a second and talk about Biohexacrypt codes. Not sure if it's going to come into effect here, but could be useful later on. So Biohexacrypt codes, which is equipped to Lieutenant Tapsin, reads, while you coordinate or jam, if you have a lock on a ship, you may spend that lock to choose that ship, ignoring range restrictions. So because this is on Tapsin, he has the ability to use his ability, which is after you take damage, you can use your charges to do an action to jam somebody that's completely out of range, or or coordinate Kylo. He could put a target lock early on Kylo, and which he does have right there. There's that pink target lock set up, which belongs to Tapsin, which just hook him up with a target lock. Now I do want to remind you guys that the System Open series is now a hyperspace format for championships. In the cut right now, if we're going to go ahead and break down our factions, we have 2 Rebel lists, 3 Empire lists, no Scum, no Resistance, 1 First Order. That's Chris Perez, the last hope of the First Order. 3 Republic, and 2 Separatists. Pretty decent spread. Let's get some Fs in the chat for Scum and Resistance, as they have no representation today. Don't forget to participate in our poll. Choose 1 or 2 in the chat as we get going. And I want to remind you guys that our stream is brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives, your home for your acrylic game token needs. You can get things like our giant Force tokens, if you like the Chad tokens, as people like to call them. Or if you stream, you can do something along the lines of maybe getting yourself some new templates. If you want custom stuff, he's got that as well. Also, the new wing tools have been updated for your acrylic habit. You know you need those acrylic ones. I know that I already bent my cardboard one. So I immediately placed an order at Curl Paw Creative saying, you know what, I need this this plastic. I also got clear judge templates, which you might actually see the judges use, available so that judges can make better calls with clear templates. Also has some cool little different marking things that aren't quite great for playing, but really good for marking ships in different ways, as convenient as possible. And some other things. You can type !CPC in the chat to get the link. We're going to go ahead and assign our colors to each of the pilots. Darth Vader is red. Star Killer Base pilot was assigned green. Tapsin is number pink. And Kylo rolling around with the orange collar. Oh, that's not orange. Let's make it orange. There we go. That should be pretty good. Let's take a look here. All right, so Soontir doing what Soontir does, right? He's taking his time, waiting for his engagement. Soontir is the most likely candidate to try to get behind those Upsilons and stay there, doing some serious damage. I'm not saying that I have a horse in this race, but I will say one very interesting thing is before the start of the tournament, Jesse came over to me and said, Dion, Lone Wolf or Predator on Soontir? I said, Predator. Are you feeling aggressive today? Like, yes, all right, Predator is the choice. So I'm expecting some action, all right, from that Soontir fell. If I could have a best friend in the chat, somebody wants to help me out with our quick start today, was not able to post the link to Reddit. So if somebody could be awesome and get me a Reddit post with the link saying the top cut, you know, Philadelphia System Open stream, top cut stream, something along those lines, starting now, and then drop that link, that would be a beautiful thing. Looking at our poll right now, only 27 people have participated. Guys, come on, 1 or 2 in the chat. Let's go. We got 135 people awake this morning watching some X-Wing. Let's go. Get your votes in. 1 or 2 in the chat. Very easy to participate. Now, talking about the approach for these Upsilons, we actually saw Chris play yesterday on stream, and it looks like he actually set up with almost the same setup. He started with a stop, made a maneuver where he wasn't able to clear the stress, and then going from there. We'll see what his plan is. Patrick saying somebody posted it. Patrick, did you see it, or did Reddit say somebody posted it? 'Cause sometimes when it's the same stream link, it gets weird. EP Quest in the chat says, I choose Chris because he has my last name. I'm not sure that's the best reason, but you know what? Whatever. Follow your heart. That's what I believe. All right, so we got a 1 forward here from the Star Killer Base pilot. Just looking to hunt some Soontir. Reinforcing the front. I'm curious to see where Tapsin's going to go. Jesse's forcing him to choose, right? You got Duchess. I got to change that to yellow. Duchess and Vader are here at the top of the board. Here at the top of the board. Soontir, really the most maneuverable out of the 3 ships, is set up as the bait, able to get out of town if need be. Now Kylo choosing to go to the right. If I was Chris, I'd probably want to barrel roll here, give myself some options next turn. There it is. Doesn't want to quite engage yet. All right. So there is ailerons on the cloud. Remember, it does not affect your action when you ailerons through something. It is a maneuver, but it is not the maneuver. Evade is the call for the action. Soontir, 2 forward. Not quite ready to commit. So right now, this turn, they're still filling each other out, seeing where they want to commit. Another barrel roll. I like this play by Jesse. By kind of forcing Chris to pay attention to oh my God, why does this keep changing to red? By forcing Jesse to think about, forcing Chris, excuse me, to think about this corner, he kind of is baiting Chris to continue these Upsilons forward. The problem with that, of course, is that it opens up, the backside to both Duchess and Vader. And then if the Upsilons commit or split even, I think that just gives Jesse the advantage there. Now, of course, you got to watch out with these Upsilons. They do have 4 dice primaries. Range 1 is 5 dice. They can rip into some ships really fast. And the fact that, of course, Jesse has ships that are low health, that is a risk. Jesse cannot be sitting in front of those arcs, and Chris needs to play patient in order to and choose his shots. He wants to make sure that they matter. As for what are the maneuvers that I would set here, it's hard to say. I think if I was Jesse, I would want to do, 'cause you do risk the Upsilon charging forward. Say somebody comments, well, isn't Soontir just kind of trapped there? If you move fast enough, if you're assuming that the Stark of the base goes fast, you go fast, you're able to boost around, be out of arc, you're fine. If the Upsilon goes slowly, okay, makes a short move, something like a 1 forward, then a 2 bank is fine. It just really depends. This is a little bit of a game of chicken. Let's see what the choices are. Waiting for those dials. Now, all right, dials are set. We're going to go ahead and close the Choose Your Champion poll. And the Upsilon's committing towards the top of the board. Everybody who wins this round will be getting that world invite. That is what is on the line this round. And right there, the flank has been given up to Soontir. Now the question here, it's a little bit of risk reward. Can those Upsilons do some serious damage to Duchess and Vader before Soontir makes you pay on the backside? We'll have to see how that shakes out. People who are just joining us, want to remind you that we are on a mobile connection. If it cuts out, I basically just have to reconnect to the router. Takes 30 seconds to a minute. Don't panic too much. I appreciate your patience in the matter. All right, there is the reposition after the focus. All right. There is the one bank from Duchess and evading. There's the two bank we talked about earlier. So Duchess is going to be taking a range 3 shot. Soontir is free to reign here. Jesse does have to think about the possibility of the Star Killer base, even though unlikely. Star Killer base coming in that way. And here we're going to get a barrel roll followed by a boost, most likely to line up that bullseye. You do see the players using both of their brand new system open templates, using that Infernal Squadron. Afterburners here will get him into the flank of Soontir. Focus is the action. Bullseye, Soontir gets a focus. Soontir gonna have Predator on. And spends the focus for 2 hits and a crit. Rolls the evade, takes 2 shields on the Star Killer base pilot. Vader, range 1 in the Kylo, will have 4 dice. Changes 1 to a crit because of advanced targeting computer, and spends the focus for 3 hits and a crit. Natties, baby. Takes a shield only. Kylo out of range and no arc on Vader. Duchess has a shot next. Duchess carrying 5th Brother. Can be used offensively or defensively because it's just a force token. Checking range to the Star Killer base pilot. Does see that has a shot there. See if he can strip that focus. Gives him an option. Not going to use the focus. Uses it for defense. The bait was not taken. 3 shields left on the Star Killer base. Tapsin, range 3 into Vader. Vader does have 2 force available. Uses the focus for 2 hits and a crit. Uses the force and will take a shield there. Uses the focus at Duchess. 2 hits and a crit. That's a blank. And force evade, no problems. And 55 minutes and change left on the clock. So in that first exchange, no points scored. Now, let's take a look at our board state. We have Kylo stressed, so is going to have not be able to really pursue Vader. Has an option to go after Duchess, though. Tapsin most likely going at Vader. The question is whether we are banking or are we hard turning to get that shot. Of course, that does mean that with the gas cloud coverage there, that Tapsin will most likely clip it if he does a hard turn. I'm guessing that Vader is going to do a 3 or higher speed maneuver in order to have that defensive afterburners available in order to avoid the range one shot. Could also go for the tactical bump, a term coined yesterday. Absolutely fantastic. You can try to turn into where Tapsin's going to go. Take the bump on the grill and, you know, just avoid taking the shot. Of course, you do have the Starkiller base pilot coming this way. Could maybe nick Vader at range 3. I'm honestly suspecting, though, a 3-3 bank most likely. Maybe even the 5 straight. I think I'd go for the tactical bump. Somebody mentioning the Kylo trigger. In that situation, it's very rare that that Kylo's ability matters. You only use it in situations where it's not going to cost you any force. That right there was a situation where he could have just put out the panic pilot on the I'll show you the dark side card for free because he just rolled natties and didn't have any shots. Of course, you could argue that, well, you know, maybe he thought Duchess may have been in range. Then, you know, usually the force is better to use for offense since he would have had 2 shots potentially on Duchess. Medium Potato 84 saying, Lab Squad, heart of the champion. Just give me a moment here. I was trying to get our link posted to the Facebook. Going through options here on the table. Thank you for your patience as I update some of this information. Post a link. Boom. All right, there it is. All right, guys, I just posted it to Facebook. If you're on the Facebook and you want to help me out, and go ahead and share that in your local squadrons. Share that to the Salami Cat group. Follow your heart. Help a brother out. All right, here we go. Starkiller base. Looks like the plan is to commit to that top of the board. I think we're going after Vader. I mean, it is the most expensive piece on Jesse's side. If Chris can take it out, that's really valuable. So Jesse's just asking about flanking. So a reminder there for reinforce, you have to be fully in the back or fully in the front. If, for instance, Duchess ends up with her base intersecting that center line here on the base, then reinforce does not trigger. There's the hard turn, committing. Clearing the stress, what looks to be a 3 forward. action here. Focus, barrel roll. Trying to widen that arc and try to catch Duchess in it. All right, one bank. Guys, can I get some hearts in the chat for Jesse and Chris? They think that you're going to judge them harshly. Can we show them some love so that when they rewatch this, they see this outpouring of love for them? All right, so Jesse taking the evade, just I think mostly out of habit. So debating what the move is here. Got to think about the consequences. I know if you want to get Predator on, he would need the barrel roll boost. And there he goes. Finally, GSP no longer afraid. Some of your boys told me no. So, hey. They're being awesome now, though. Is that Upsilon shuttle backwards? I think so. It spinned backwards. Duchess, Prox Mine coming up here pretty soon. So, you know, it's interesting, right? So somebody might have looked at it and said, well, why didn't Duchess just, you know, she had the 3-4 dialed in. There was no way to get a shot there without taking a shot. But you kind of backload your damage because she's going to get that Prox Mine off. And that'll be clipping here pretty soon. Vader, Audi. Will take a range 3 shot from the Starkiller base pilot, though. Kashka Frost, I only judge Chris harshly. Yeah, judge him in person, though. People don't know that you know him in person. All right. Vader able to get the target lock. I will say one thing, you know, this is supposed to be a high pressure game. These guys are having a good time. They're chatting it up. Predator here. And spends a focus. 2, 3, 4 hits. Blanks out there. Reinforced triggers, and 3 of them go through. That means that shields are completely down on that Starkiller base, scoring half points for Jesse. All right, Vader going range 3. Has a target lock. Change that to a crit. He's going to go ahead and spend the lock for a hit crit. And takes a crit. Just a crit. Little confusion there on the reinforced, but we're all good. Council Fire. For people who don't know what Council Fire is, let's go ahead and get that up on the screen. Council Fire, before you engage, roll an attack die. On a hit, take a hit. All right, 3 hits. Spends the focus and gets out of the damage. Yeah, every time you see those 4 dice come up from the Upsilon, it is nerve-wracking, even from range 3. Console fire trigger. Chris, console fire trigger. Chris, console fire on the Star Killer base. For Chris. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted there for a moment, guys. I missed the roll. All right, we're back. .41 minutes and change left on the clock. Kylo right now has not been offensively relevant yet. I'm expecting a 2-turn though, probably a little Kylo versus Soontir matchup. All right, there is the Prox Mine. It will clip, confirmed, kaboom. He's gonna roll, he takes 1 damage automatically and rolls 2 dice. And takes a crit. And the crit is weapons failure. That actually matters quite a bit. That's -1 attack die. All right, looks like he did a stop maneuver with the Upsilon, which means the console fire did not get flipped. Chris keeping that Upsilon back to make sure to get a nice shot on Vader. Of course, it will have 1 less attack die. Hard turn here from Tapsin. Kind of setting up the, I think Jam's the call here. Vader's been jammed. Jesse did spend the target lock last turn, so. That does stay there until he does an action with some type of token. It would automatically just burn the jam off. focus, barrel roll. Looks like he's anticipating. He's trying to make a kill box for Vader. Right here. Duchess 1King. Chris surprised, saying, wait, what? A 1K? Soontir will bump here. So no shots. It's up to Duchess to try to see if he can alpha the Starkiller base off the board. We'll see what Jesse does here. Looks like the plan is to focus down that Starkiller base pilot. He'll have 2 shots in it to try to survive. All right, target lock. Gets rid of the jam. Gonna Vader focus. Did Jesse regen his force? He said he only had 1. Soontir, range 3. On to Kylo. Safe. Vader, range 2. 1 hit. 1 evade. He was empty. Cool. Thank you. At least one person thinks I saw that. That seems good. Vader going to take some pain here. Two hits, 2 crits. Spends the focus, takes 2 crits. Vader's taking a shield and a crit. Let's see what it is. Damage sensor ray can only perform focus actions. Duchess, range 1 into Starkiller, has 5th brother. Ooh. He's gone. He's off the table, no matter what. Does not get an opportunity to shoot here. Taken off the table. Let's get some crits in the chat. Duchess doing a lot of the heavy lifting against that Starkiller base. In 1 turn, getting a significant amount of damage on it to get it off the board, meaning that Vader would not have taken, even though it was only 3 dice because of the weapons failure and no mods. You never know what can cut them up. You got the 3 hits can come up. It happens. So gotta watch out for that. Now, Duchess and Soontir are untouched so far. You cannot count out Kylo. Has only lost a single shield. But Tapsin, completely untouched. That is a dangerous piece of tech out there. Hasn't been able to make his arc relevant quite yet, but could be quite scary. I'm curious to see who Jesse's going to go after. Right now, chat, question for you guys. If you had to prioritize a target, who are you going after? Are you going after Kylo or are you going after Tapsin? I think for Chris, it's kind of clear. You want to go after Vader. Vader's on the ropes right now. You have an opportunity to take him out. But what would you do? Seeing opinions coming in. Looks like most people are favoring taking out the radar technician. I think I would have to agree. Now, there are a couple people who are voting for Tapsin, saying that that needs to be down. I do agree in the argument that it is inefficient to kind of take out Tapsin, assuming that you get the ideal combination of triggers with Tapsin's ability with being able to reinforce. You know, you start with a reinforce, somebody shoots you, now you get a focus, and if you have a shot, all of a sudden now you're, you know, you could be focused, target lock, reinforced, potentially. Just depends on the plan here from Chris. All right, looks like it's party time. Doing some double checks. This is a tense turn. I'm curious to see where Jesse's going to go. Part of me thinks that I kind of like a T roll here from Vader. Just to give him a turn, you get him out, and you use this cloud as cover, and you start getting back behind Tapsin. So that's going to bump. Are burners all gone? No, I'm pretty sure he has one more left. Double check. Oh, actually, it looks like they are both gone. Sorry, so no afterburners are not an option here. Never mind, Jesse. Don't do that talent roll. All right, 2 forward. Yeah, I think Vader's getting shot this turn. I don't know. I guess too hard barrel roll, I don't think gets him. I don't even know if that clears. It'll be close. We'll see. Kylo deciding on an action. Focus for sure. Focus boosting. Getting aggressive, trying to go after Duchess. Duchess can use her ailerons while stressed because of her ability. The Fly and the Mighty, he can roll if he uses his first action to clear the damage sensor array, and then you use the force to roll. Looks like we're aileroning straight and going 3 forward.
Force.
All right. Suntier boosting, getting away. Vader 3 banking. Right here. Damage sensor array, barrel roll to the right could get him out. Got to see what he does. Now, of course, that is going to open him up for shots next turn. All right. We started with a little under 100 players. We got 96 players to start. I will honestly say with what I think they could really improve their announcements. All right, damage sensor array is fixed on Vader. I think 96 players for the... That's been floating for a while. I don't know.
Been floating in unclear territory.
Yeah, I don't know. And the barrel roll gets him out. Maybe. Ah, Chris. It was on Kylo.
Okay.
For biohexacrypt shenanigans. Yeah. All right, so we're waiting for Vader. Tracing the needle. Kylo misses. No shots there. No range one. Yeah, for sure out. Regens the force there. And Tapsin has an opportunity to shoot here through the cloud. And just one. Plenty. Cloud, evade, 4 evades right there. And as we wait for the next round, I want to remind you guys that our stream is brought to you by Curled Paw Creatives. Use coupon code UNPLUGGED2019 for 15% off. Also, if we hit our goal of 150 subs for the Philadelphia System Open, we're going to be giving away one of our shirts from our new shop, goldsquadronpodcast.com. We have a bunch of new shirts. I'm actually wearing one today. I'll show it off during the giveaway section. I'm a pretty big fan of our This Is the Way shirts. And to be clear, anybody can win that, all around the world. Belinda Mood subscribing. Stuff. Thank you so much. Harry Demon. All right, the call here. With Vader, Vader is safe from Tapsin this turn. Because even if he two-turns, right, let's say he attempts a two-turn, his two-turn will not rotate all the way, which means that if Vader then two-turns, he's fine. He also ends up getting cloud cover from Kylo, who could potentially also two-turn as well and try to get pursuit on Vader. But of course, that lane that I drew there isn't available if Tapsin goes after Vader. So I think honestly, Chris should probably head towards the top of the board here and try to intercept Duchess. All right. Does a two-turn. That's not going to connect all the way. It's going to have to use the railroad tracks. And for those watching in the future, we just lost our internet connection. All right, target locking Vader, getting that set up. Michael 7136, thank you for continuing your gift sub that you originally got from the 8-bit deity. All right, barrel rolling towards the top there, seeing if he can catch Vader. Chris immediately commentating saying, that was wrong. It's one of those things sometimes when you're playing, you give yourself immediate feedback. You see it, you place it down, you're saying, why did I do that? And there's Duchess with the one bank. Curious what her revealed maneuver was. It was a sloop. Okay. Yeah, so if Tapsin had actually gone through here, would have had an opportunity to take a shot at a no-action Duchess. Soontir doing Soontir things, just biding his time, looking for position, waiting, trying to pick his shot. Vader to Harding. Has a single force available and will have to weather the storm here from Kylo, who does have a target lock and 2 force available. All right. we go. Hit, crit. Brought mods to the table. Did not need them. Vader will be taking a crit, though. Double damage. Could do it. Council Fire, which won't trigger this turn, because Vader's engagement opportunity already came up. Range 3 into Tapsin from Duchess. Tapsin trigger here would probably set up a target lock on an enemy ship. Fifth brother hit crit. It's range 3, so I have 2 dice. Takes 2. Thinking about switching the target lock most likely. You know, he knows he has range to Duchess, but Duchess is not going to let him get a shot on him. Switched it to Vader. I think that's possibly your best chance to get a shot in the future. If Tapsin has an opportunity to can Tapsin jam? No, there's no way he stays in range 1 and has an action. Well, Soontir. Don't forget about Soontir. Has been hanging out over here. Probably going to be two-harding there. Kind of testing the pursuit. Does have to watch out for Tapsin, who could charge. Duchess is free right now to pretty much do whatever she wants. You know, the striker dial has some good options for clearing stress. I'd probably... I mean, you want to get out from behind the debris, so maybe you dial in a bank maneuver in either direction so that you ailerons this way or the opposite. Just depends on what side of that gas cloud you want to be on. No, he should have 15. He should have only 2 shields down. Because you were full, took 2 damage. How much time do you have? 15. All right, we got a two-turn coming from Tapsin. Oof. Chasing Vader with those 2 hards. I can't imagine that Vader's gonna be there. Most likely ends up turning here. All right, and Kylo with the 2-turn there. It would be over the gas cloud. Still has the force and the target lock on Vader. So he has both exits covered, right? He's got to the left or to the right. All right, just the focus, no reposition. There's the ailerons. Chooses a straight maneuver. Gonna have some long-range shots on either Kylo or Tapsin. Kylo is hiding right there, right behind. No, it's you can't quite see it because of that bat wing.
I updated the bracket.
All right, we're back. All right, so he did spend the force. No damage there. Going into Vader, has a target lock. Use the force. Vader takes one, and Vader is down. Chris ahead now, 58-75. Even though, you know, the Starkiller Base pilot did get taken down, you know, it being worth, you know, less than Vader, obviously, making it so that Chris is ahead. And it would have been, you know, I'm curious to see if this comes back to bite. If not taking the shot with Soontir, even though not modded, but you know, if he comes up just short of getting half points on Tapsin or something like that. I know you was thinking about, like, I don't want to give Tapsin actions. Well, he already had a target lock at the time on Vader. I think he honestly would have kept it on Vader. No, we can only see. Duchess does have a Prox Mine still available. We could see that get set up on Kylo, which would give half points in the next couple turns. Oh, both of those Prox Mines were used. Sorry. When did he use the second one? Oh, it's right there. Got it. Just didn't remember him taking damage. All right. Looks like dials are set. Party time. All right, there's a hard turn. Bringing that gun around. Trying to see if he can get Duchess. I would imagine that Jesse might have dialed in a sloop here. Seems like a pretty strong move, though Kylo could also have dialed in a turnaround maneuver as he is currently unstressed. Reinforcing the front, anticipating Duchess. Hard one to the right from Kylo. I want to see what the action is here. Try to anticipate what direction is he thinking about going here with Kylo. Might be setting up the 4K next turn to get in pursuit. He's just going to go ahead and focus to leave himself unstressed. There's a question here at the table. All right, so just going to go ahead. He did a 1 forward. So the ailerons plus the 1 forward doesn't quite get him over. But he'll get a shot there at range 2 with Fifth Brother. Reinforce will be active. Soontir quickly coming around the board. Debating on the action here. Seeing how he can get that bullseye on. He wants that Predator. Jesse running out of time here. Less than 5 minutes left. Boost barrel roll is probably the call. Should get that bullseye on. That's going to be close. I think the slight angle will get it. Start a combat focus. Bullseye's on. Range 2 into Tapsin. Predator. Blank to blank. Takes 2. Excuse me. So flips charge.
So hope you would barrel roll.
Debating the call here. Has the option to coordinate Kylo. All right, coordinates to Kylo. Gets target on Duchess. Had the option there to barrel roll Kylo off and get a shot. And here's Duchess. Force. And that's going to be 1 damage. Has 1 shield left. 1 away from half. Looks like they're going to get 1 more turn in. Oh, of course. Another disconnection. All right, there you go, reconnected. Let me know when you guys see the picture again. All right, so let's talk about some possibilities here. I honestly think Jesse has an opportunity to win. Just 2 things need to happen. If I'm Jesse, you have a 2 forward dialed in here. Even if Tapsin stops, you'll have a shot. If he banks, you can boost and reposition in order to get the focus and have your Predator on. You should be good. Kylo does have the T-roll available in one of these 2 directions. Okay. Because he's not currently stressed. He'll lean on the Force for a modifier. For Chris, what he's got to decide on is where is Duchess going? His best chance is to try to get half points on Duchess. Now, she does have 5 health. That means Jesse's priority is to get Duchess out of town. You got to get her in the best position to not get shot, or if you're taking a shot, it's range 3 and you have the Force and an evade. And honestly, barring a crit, that evade token should save you almost no matter what. You just can't get shot by Tapsin. So if I'm Jesse, you're just trying to ram into, you just ram into there. Because Kylo can't get a range 1 shot on you. Because biohepsicrypt, target lock shenanigans don't work. Chris is having a good time. I think he sees the writing on the wall. It's going to be close. But Duchess does not need to be offensive. I don't think she should be. You got to be defensive here. Defense. Choom, choom, choom. Defense. Chum, chum, chum. Chris has got to get offensive. So Jesse looking at that Upsilon dial. This is a close one. You also just got to make sure that Duchess doesn't get in the way of Suntir, that 2 forward that we talked about. Isophane, how's the family? Hopefully everybody's good. Hello to everybody out there. All right, looks like dials are down. They're just trying to play the 3D chess right now in their head, seeing if there's any way. What are all the possibilities? I think the 2 forward is the call here. That should get you enough. Maybe what Jesse, let's rewind here. What Jesse could be concerned about is Kylo trying to nick the 2 damage on Suntir. With a Talon roll this way and threatening. And there's the Talon roll. And that's it. That's it for Kylo. He's leaning into the Force. Jesse's saying he's regretting his decision. He did stop. He stopped with Tapsin. Jesse going for the sloop there, stressed. No evades. There's a two straight on Suntir. And Jesse saying that he went the wrong way with Duchess. He was trying to sloop down this way to get 2 shots into the action is evade. We'll get focus at the start of the round. Suntir does get a shot. No reinforce. He just needs to do 1 here. That gets half. You hold on to that focus. You hold on to it just in case he shoots you. There's no way he can kill him. Hold on to the focus. Gets the evade, takes 2. There's half points. And that'll be enough for Jesse to be ahead, because I don't know actually if Chris gets half on Duchess. He only needs 17 now because of the Vader difference. All right, here we go. 91 to 75. Half on Duchess does get it. Here we go. This is the game right here. He has he needs to get 3 through. He needs to get 3 hits. That's where we start with. Or a hit crit. That shield upgrade doing some work on Duchess. Target lock was established. Spinning it. Here we go. All right, that's step 1. Jessie needs 1 symbol. Got it. The force makes it happen. That was, whoo, that was tight. Not quite half points. And Jessie Van Wick wins it there, 91-75. Congratulations to Jessie.
Double checking the score, 91-75.
Judge coming over to double check the score. How's it going, everybody? I realized that I accidentally switched the camera right there at the end. Oopsie. So back at the table for a minute. 91-75. And the force does the work. All righty. So let's try that again. Let me know when you guys have a picture. So if you didn't catch that ending of that game, it actually came down right to the wire. Chris had an opportunity to win the game. He would have had to do 3 damage to Jessie's Duchess, who he accidentally dialed in the wrong sloop. He was trying to get 2 shots into there. I would say in hindsight, if he had slooped the other way, he would have given Kylo a range 1 shot. So maybe it worked out in the end. All right, looks like we are up and running. So want to thank Curl Paw Creatives for sponsoring that round. We're about to jump into the top 8, but before we do that, we have our giveaways to do, guys. We have our giveaways to do, so don't run away. We got stuff to give away. Now, if you've never participated in our giveaways before, it's super easy. All you got to do is type something in the chat. Now,
sorry, you want double storm on string?
No.
Paul Heaver against
no, thank you.
Adam?
I don't. With only 1 person, I'm not interested in that at all.
Who's the other games? I play him, I think, right? I don't want to play him.
I already got my game. You're good.
Oh, you already
You're
got
good. Yeah. Let me. I'm working, man. I'm working. I got you. I know. It's. I asked Duncan to play. Duncan and Adam.
I tried. Not happening.
Okay, I'll take the double swarm, I guess.
Really?
Apparently, because Martin.
People want. All right, I'm in.
Jesus. This is going to be a cluster. All right, well, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and give some stuff away. All right. So what are we giving away? We're giving away GSP mystery boxes. I have so many cards right now. I have a little bit of a surplus, so I figured I want to give away like sets of 3 and 4. Yes, Judge. Huh?
Enjoy it. Twitch chat. You chose this.
No, they didn't. The players chose this. That's how it.
No. Twitch chat. It's your fault.
It's always their fault, right? Okay. Anyway.
It's your fault because they don't have more emotes.
Oh. Well, it's their fault because I don't have it, because all,
True.
few hundred of them need to watch
true.
all the time.
Dion gets more gets more emotes the more subs he has.
This is true.
It's capitalism at its finest.
All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to give away 4 of the GSP mystery packs. All right, you'll get 3 to 4 items, literally from around the country or FFG official stuff. I have piles that I want to start kind of getting rid of it. It's starting to build up faster than I can give it away. So let's clearinghouse giveaways. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Get it. First person to win is Mag Wraith. Congratulations. Second person, 3, 2, 1, is Timmy509. Third person is Grizzly 971, and last but not least is Risen Hero or Risen Hero. Congratulations. Make sure to type !win in the chat to claim your prizes. Also, remember, when we hit that mark of 150, we are going to be giving away one of the shirts for goldsquadronpodcast.com. How's it going, Adam?
Hey.
I love the swagger you stepped up here with. What's up?
Do you have like 30 more calculates?
I'm going to get you guys. I got you.
Okay.
I got you, fam. All right, guys. I got to go get them set up and all that stuff. So give me a few minutes here. Anyway, yeah, we're going to give you away. We have a bunch of shirts. You can check them out at goldsquadronpodcast.com. Thank you to our District Foundry giveaway sponsor. They got awesome 3D printed designs, such as this awesome tournament tray, which somebody will win during the final. All right, guys. Wait screen. We need a few minutes.